Nina, bring in another issue, because that segues perfectly into the national intelligence estimates that was released this week, which contradicted one from 2 years ago saying that Iran gave up its weapons program, not its uranium enrichment, but its weapons program all the way back in 2003. Question: what does this do to the administration's Iran policy? I
think it complicates efforts, that we work almost in a consensus international about what to do with Iran. But the NIE report did not say that Iran is not still a threat. I mean, it said there isn't a weapons program. It said that they still have the technology, the enrichment technology. This still poses a threat. It's still a threat. Their Arab neighbors and Israel still consider the country a threat. But one of the interesting things that it also, I think, it brings up is that in 2003, there's some thinking that the weapons program was stopped because the elite, the thinking elite in Iran, was objecting and embarrassed that its regime was hiding things from international weapons inspectors. And so I think it does show that that this is a complicated country, and that there are lots of avenues to look at, not just, and there's probably some carrot avenues to look at, not just stick.
Well, if Iran halted its the weapons part of its nuclear program in 2003, one has to ask, what happened in 2003? Why might they have thought it was a prudent idea to put this on hold for a while? I believe we invaded a neighboring country in 2003 and removed their dictator, and that sent shockwaves through the region. And at the time, people were quite worried. Gaddafi gave up his program. He dismantled his. We took it out. Iran didn't dismantle anything. That's why it remains a threat. They halted it. Maybe they've restarted it. Maybe not. But this is yet another feather in the cap for the invasion of Iraq, it seems to me. I mean, those who were happy...
What's this argument? So you want us to start invading everybody everywhere? That'll stop it, all kind of nuclear proliferation.
Well, if the invasion of Iraq got Gaddafi to give up Libya's program and got Iran to halt their program, that's a pretty good thing.
Look, you are the iron glove here. You want to beat everybody up. But I think that what we are on the verge of here is an opportunity to, once again, really, and I think this is what Robert Kagan said in the column that Chris Wallace mentioned earlier, have direct talks, really help to get this thing started. Because from what we know, if they had halted development of any weaponry in 2003, as the report says, well, they can't have anything going before 2010. So that means that really now it's the next administration that would have to deal with it. And this administration, really like Nixon to China, this administration could be the ones who go to Iran and say, let's talk and let's see what we can work out here between the U.S. and Iran.
Well, we've got to leave it there.